Welcome to the Little Hut Podcast with Brown on Cleveland. You got Brown on Cleveland, Self, and Little Kimmy. Welcome to the Little Hut Podcast. Woo! Shake your pom-poms. Shake your pom-poms. Damn it. Shake your pom-poms. Good evening. Of course, you got Kimberly F. Brown. Brown. That damn Brown on Cleveland. Friday evening inside the Little Hut Podcast. Shake your pom-poms. Shake your pom-poms. Shake your pom-poms. Damn it. Shake your pom-poms. Woo! I tell you, it's been one hell of a day. But listen, before I get into my day, I gotta say hello to my sponsors. I do. Don't forget, if you're looking for a single home, duplex, commercial property, new development, whatever the case may be, call Aletha Johnson of Dream Team Realty at 216-375-3681. Number two, do you need a I Hate Kimberly F. Brown Little Hut Podcast t-shirt? I know some of you fools do, and I'm going to talk about one dum-dum tonight. Damn show. You came for me? Uh-oh. I'm definitely going to come for you. Anyway, call New Beginnings 1111 Creations. That's Angie Marie. She's located in Maple Heights. So if you're looking for t-shirts, hoodies, jackets, tumblers, mugs, team uniforms, whatever the case may be, call Angie right now at 216-395-7335. Now, if you like to eat like me, although I've lost about 25 pounds, haters, and more haters, go to Flavor Southern Cuisine Restaurant, which is located in Garfield Heights at 12540 Rockside Road, Garfield Heights, darn tootin'. And I tell you this, if you are a daycare owner, if you're looking for somebody to deliver your breakfast or lunch to your little people, call Rhonda Stubbs at 216-510-0919. And of course, Friday Night Podcast is always brought to you by that darn mayor in Garfield Heights. That's Mayor Matt Burke. He always sponsors this podcast, and it's brought to you by the re-election team of Mayor Matt Burke of Garfield Heights. Shake your pom-poms, damn it. Shake your pom-poms. Woo! Tonight it's it's just a special night. And I have a guest hanging out with me from Maple Heights. I have Councilwoman Tina Stafford Marbury hanging out inside the Little Hut Podcast. Good evening, Councilwoman.
Good evening.
How are you today?
I'm great, and I'm glad to be here right now.
Very good. I'm glad to have you. Listen, the only reason I have you on the show tonight is because you and I got something in common. We do. And I don't want to offend anybody, but it's unfortunate. I got to talk about messy Maple Heights tonight just for a little bit. But I know that you found some things in the city also a little messy. But before we go to that situation, I want to show you something that I got today when I got home. Can you guys see this? This is a card from the Sheriff's Department. Yep. Cuyahoga County Sheriff Department Civil Division. They're located at 1215 West 3rd Street. Sure did. You're probably saying, Kimberly, why are you showing this card? Well, Self, I'm getting there. Listen, don't start that mess tonight because we got company. And I don't want her to see how we really act inside this hut, okay? Well, here's the thing. I'm coming home from a long day's work. I'm not bothering anybody. You guys know what I do every single Friday. Sure enough, right? I come home from work. I mind my business like I always do. I cut not one, not two, not three, but four lawns on my street. Why? Because this is what concerned citizens do. This is what leaders in the community do. We don't make excuses. We just do what needs to be done. So I went to get some gas and I came back and I saw this card. I said, Self? Self said, what? I said, what's in the door, Self? Self said, I don't know. Go look at it. So me, I get out my car, one step, two step, three step, four step, five steps. Yeah. I get to my door and I see the sheriff. Self said, the sheriff? I said, yeah. I said, Self, Pee Wee live around the corner. What? Why they coming to my house? Self said, because when you wasn't at home, I saw them pull up in a big paddy wagon. I said, wagon? She said, yeah. I said, what's up? What was they getting ready to do? She says, Brown. I said, what? She said, they was getting ready to arrest your ass. I said, arrest who? She said, you. I said, me? Self said, yeah. I said, Self, tell me that ain't so. Because see, I'm a fine chocolate drop and I don't look good in orange, Councilwoman. Self said, don't matter. I said, why? Self said, because you going to jail. I said, going to jail, Self? What I do? She says, I don't know, but let's go in the house and call. So after I gained my composure, I got on my knees, start praying to Jesus. I said, Jesus, what is this about? He said, just call. So I called the number. I called 216-443-6031. I sure enough did. And my street club president was looking out the window. I said, I wonder if she gonna call and try to get a reward. Ms. Johnson said they was two big men. I said, came to get who? Came to get your ass. I said, no. Self said, yeah. I said, no. I said, who's gonna take care of Alfie? I said, Kim going to jail? Kim ain't going to jail nor hell. So listen, I called these jokers and I said, this is Kimberly F. Brown. Why you come by my house with this card? They said, well, Miss Brown. I said, yeah. They said, somebody filed a TPO on you. I said, a TPO? What does that mean? I don't even know what that is, right? I started scratching my head. I said, so what is that? They said, a temporary protective order. So y'all know me, right? I got to my computer and I just started researching. So let me tell you what this is before I tell you what a dum-dum did in Maple Heights. In legal terms, a TPO stands for temporary protective order, a court order issued in situations involving imminent danger of abuse, harassment, stalking, or violence. It provides immediate temporary protection to a person by legally prohibiting their abuser from contacting them or coming near their home or workplace. A TPO is often granted on an ex parte basis without the abuser present and typically lasts for a short period until a later hearing can be held for a more permanent order. I start scratching my head because I'm like, I know my fella, I know he ain't go downtown and try to do no TPO. I said, well, maybe because I don't spend time with him, maybe there's something else he did. So I said, sir, who did this? The sheriff started laughing. He said, Miss Brown. He said, a lady named Travian Atkins from Maple Heights filed a TPO. I said, who is she? He said, you don't know her? I said, no, sir, don't know her. He said, you sure? I said, wait a minute. Isn't that the lady who's running against my candidate, Councilwoman Edwina AG? I said, isn't that the lady that's been dragging me all over social media? I said, I don't even know this lady. I never talked to this lady. No. I've never seen this lady but twice. Once I seen her, she was calling Councilwoman AG a bitch because AG was putting yard signs down on the street where she resided. The next time I saw this fool, she was at the polls. And you were at the polls that day, and I was in the tent. I ain't never talked to this woman. I don't even know what this woman looked like. All I know is this, is that this fool has been dragging me on social media and she does not even know me. What I do know is this. She went to the court, dummy, and she tried to get a TPO, but guess what? The judge denied her. Why? Because she didn't have detailed information. She didn't have any witness statements, and she couldn't prove it. She didn't even have proper documentation. Listen, lady, I don't even know you. I don't even know you. And the only reason why you know something about me is because of that dumbass mayor in Maple Heights. She done told you all my business. And she probably told you where I live. And I don't really like that at all. I really don't like that. So I have never seen Miss Marbury, Councilwoman Marbury. I got this. I've never seen a political race or politicians who are running for office or wannabe politicians attack a campaign manager. Since I've been involved in this campaign, I've been attacked on social media. I've been attacked everywhere I go because these are the same fools who wanted me to support them. And when I told y'all dumbass mayor that I wasn't going with her team, all of a sudden, these people started attacking me. But what I'm trying to understand is this. How do you go down to the sheriff department, to the court, and try to get a TPO on me when, lady, I don't even know you, and you damn sure don't know me. But rest assured, I will run from your ass now every time I see you. But here's the thing. You've been throwing all type of daggers at me. I got all type of, messages, Tina, that people have sent me that this woman have talked about me like a dog, and I don't even know her. So if anything, I should be fouling on you. But here's the difference between you and I. I understand campaigns. And the reality is this. I know y'all going to tell her because I know she probably listening because she make up stuff. She delusional. Damn right. I said it. You come for me, I'm damn sure going to come for you. Right? The reality is this, sweetie. Let me be the first to tell you. Your eyes may shine. Your teeth may grit. But that District 7 seat you sure ain't going to get. Show enough, show enough, show enough. Because let me tell you something. I understand a political strategy. Here's their strategy. I'm a campaign manager. I am 16-0. And after this race, I will be 20-0. Because see, my candidates don't lose. But here's their strategy, Tina. Let me tell you their strategy. They so desperate. Because, they got Goofball as a campaign manager. They so desperate, they'll try to do anything in their power to win. So here's what they think. They figure this. If I can get rid of Kimberly, we can win the race. You still can't win. You still can't win. And you're not going to get rid of me. You guys have tried to bully me. You done tried to drag me across social media. You done talked about me. You understand? You done lied on me. You done listened to Blackwell tell stories about me and my family, and you still can't break a sister like me. That's the difference. But to go downtown, it's illegal, sweetie. It's illegal. I'm going to do the same thing to you that Elliot Forehand did to Juanita Brent. Those lies going to get you in trouble. And the other thing, let's make this very clear. You have wasted court resources on nonsense. The court has other things to take care of, not this bullshit here. This is straight out bullshit, and you know it. And Blackwell, you probably, I ain't saying you did, but you probably put her up to it. But here's the thing that gets me about this young lady. You so busy trying to shake your pom-poms for that mayor, but that mayor has yet to come out to publicly endorse you. You are trying to shake your pom-poms for this lady who don't give a shit about you. You are trying to shake your pom-poms for this lady who won't even put your sign in front of her house. But you out here harassing people and got nerves to go to court and file something that's totally not true. Now that's what you call defamation of character. But rest assured, I got you, sweetie. I got you. Because see, we all going to be in court that day. Bring your evidence. And at the same time, all the stuff that you put on social media about this woman here, you don't know, bring that too. Because see, that's the game Kim Brown don't play. I don't know you. You don't know me. I've never had a conversation with you at all. I purposely ignore you. Why? Because you ain't important. You ain't on my level, sweetie, at all. I pay you no attention. And I tell my candidates, don't talk to you, don't look at you, don't do nothing with you. But this is what you do. You think you're going to bring down the whole team because of your nonsense? Sweetie, you ain't even qualified to hold the seat. But this right here, I'm going to keep this inside the 𝗓𝗓𝗘𝗢 podcast. Because you're wrong. You're dead wrong. And I don't play that mess at all. Run your race and stay away from me. Please run your race. You ain't got to worry about Kimberly Brown, because the lies you told is going to be the lies. You're going to have to, prove that you ain't lying, and you ain't got no proof. Brown on Cleveland. She's a sorry ass woman, and I said it. Don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You came for me, and you're going to bring the sheriff to my house knowing this is a lie? Let's talk about the garage in the city of Maple Heights. Brown on Cleveland. Councilwoman, I'm sorry, but me and Self, we can't deal with it. We don't understand it. This is crazy.
Yeah, you got little Kimmy up in here now. Now, I wasn't home when all this went down, see, because everybody in this household, we work. So now I know you probably been driving up and down our street, being a stalker, looking at the little hut. You ain't welcome on this street. Why the hell you coming to Cleveland Ward 1? We don't know you. You don't know us. You don't even know Kim. You know Kim from a podcast. You see her. You want to be her. You want to walk like her. You want to talk like her. But you can't. You ain't even fine as she is. You ain't fine at all. Leave us alone. You want us to go to court on some nonsense? We'll go. But here's the thing. The court denied your dumb ass. Why? Because you ain't got no proof. Because you lied then, and you don't lie now, and you stand alive. And guess what? Like Big Slick said, your eyes may shine, your teeth may grit. But that District 7 seat, honey, you ain't gonna get.
Woo! Woo! That's why I don't like for Kimmy to get upset. Councilwoman, I apologize.
That's okay.
Kimmy, do not come back on the podcast tonight. Okay? Now, this lady, she's a liar. We know it. We know this, right? And we know that her and that guy, Larry Lang, they have dragged you, and you have not said anything. People have sent you messages. Even state reps have called you. But Kimmy, no more. Kimmy, we're not going to worry about it. We see her, we go the other way. You don't even go to their council meetings. You don't deal with this woman. You haven't said anything to this lady. This is crazy, right? But she did what she did, and legally, you got to do what you do. Brown on Cleveland. Councilwoman, whoo. That's what happens when you come to the Little Hut, Brown on Cleveland. Yeah. So welcome to the Little Hut podcast.
Thank you again. Thank you again.
All right, what you got? I know there's a situation going on in Maple Heights, and I think we need to add some no self. We've dealt with that. She did what she did. She lied to the court, self. What? No, self, no, we're not. We're going to continue to ignore her because we don't know her. And I know that she's probably going to do some dragging today because I know she's listening to the podcast. But self said, why would she listen? So I'm like you. If I don't like somebody, I'm not going to listen to their podcast. That's for damn sure. So go to sleep. It's okay. Go upstairs and play with Alfie. Okay? I'm sorry, Councilwoman. So the situation regarding Maple Heights Garage. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. We know that situation happened back in June.
June 7th.
June 7th. It was on a Saturday. It may have been June 6th.
7th.
Well, it was on a Saturday. And it was the same day that the city of Cleveland had their Pride Parade.
Correct.
Right? And y'all mayor was at City Hall that day. And she had her friend, who is Trevian Akins, right? Pick her up. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what happened. We'll never know really what happened because you guys don't have cameras at the garage.
That is correct.
Some way, somehow, this young lady, she crashed into the garage. She crashed into the garage. And I, on a previous show, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt because there's something called accidents, and accidents happen. They do. And honestly, even by her filing false accusations against me, I still believe that, she probably wanted to call the police and report it. I truly believe that. But for whatever reason, it had not been reported for 2 months. You want to speak on that,
Absolutely.
Councilwoman? Let's go.
Absolutely. So here's what happened. There was an anonymous tip to the Government Affairs Committee that we have there in Maple Heights that there was an invoice coming through for $915.32 for repairs to our City Hall garage. No one said anything about it in June, happened June 7th. No one said anything about it in July.
Okay.
However, we got that information. So at the August 6th meeting, we asked about it. And we were told that the brakes went out. We asked who hit the garage, and the mayor said she didn't want to say at that time.
I see.
So we asked for information. We said we were going to have a meeting about the garage. But she also said that this young lady picked her up because they were going downtown to the Pride Parade. So the question is, if her brakes were out, you drove in that car downtown to the Pride Parade? Did you not care about the residents in Maple Heights on the streets that you were driving, the highway, the people downtown, wherever you had to drive? You didn't care about those people. So we decided to have a meeting to get more detailed information.
Was it a meeting or was it a hearing?
We actually had a hearing. Thank you for that. We had an investigative hearing that was had. The mayor was asked to come. I'm sorry, the safety director, because in this vein, we're calling her the safety director.
Okay.
She came to the meeting. She indicated that we asked about being under oath and perjury, and she agreed with all of that. Also, the service director was there. He answered our questions. He did what his boss told him to do. He said he was contacted on Monday. She said she contacted him on Monday. She didn't think the garage was that bad. So that's why she said she didn't make a report.
Well, so let me stop you. As the safety director of the city, you are responsible for ensuring the safety of the city.
Correct.
You are responsible for holding hearings, and you're responsible for completing accident reports. It doesn't matter about how minor or how major. You are also responsible for risk assessment management. You are supposed to create policies and procedures to keep things safe, including the infrastructure. You are, and there is no excuse. The problem that you guys are having, in my opinion, is because when I look at your city charter and it talks about the safety director, it is extremely vague. And that's something that council members have to look at as you guys are creating legislation and policies. But I want to go back to you. You stated that it was stated that the brakes had gone off on this car. They had become inoperable. I will agree with you. If that was the case, then how did you guys go to the Pride Parade? But on the police report of Maple Heights, it's stated by Trevian Atkins that her transmission went out. Now, anybody who knows anything about a car, the worst thing that can ever happen to your car is the transmission or the engine. The engine or the transmission. If it was the transmission, you can't even move the car forward or backwards, right? You
Correct.
can't. And it definitely becomes a dangerous zone. So if the transmission went out, how did you make it from City Hall down to Cleveland and back?
Absolutely.
If your brakes went out, how did you make it down to the city of Cleveland and back? Which also says this to me. If I'm riding with a friend and your brakes go out, I am not getting in your car. Me getting in your car says that Kimberly Brown don't make good decisions. And for you to drive it, you don't make good decisions, dumb.
Well, she did say that they tested the brakes and the brakes were okay. I'm just saying. That makes sense to me. But
Was
that's what
was there a mechanic on hand? Was there a tow truck? See, I used to manage a tow truck company, right? And I know it takes tow trucks a minute to get out there. And anytime you tell a tow truck driver that there's something with the transmission or the brakes, they will advise you not to drive the car. Have the car towed to the nearest dealer. That keeps you safe. And as a safety director, one would think that you would have directed your friend to do as such. Why? Because you must believe in safety. Brown on Cleveland. I'm just saying.
So one of the other major questions that we ask, or that we wanted to ask at, so here's the thing. Let me go back.
Go back.
So we talked about it on August the 6th. Police report was made on August the 8th. And then an insurance claim was filed. So all this happened.
Well, let's go back because I want people to be clear.
2 months later.
The insurance and the police report was filed 2 months later.
2 months later.
And the reason being?
You tell me.
I'm going to tell you why.
The reason being because we found out about it. That's the reason being. If we had not asked about it, if council had not asked that question.
On the council floor.
On the council floor, that bill would have gone through. It would have been approved. And the residents would have foot that bill.
In other words, taxpayers would have been responsible for that $12,000 plus bill.
Well, she'll tell you it's $915.
I don't care about what she says.
Because
let me tell you why. As a reporter, I got the receipts. From Advanced Door, I did. At Action Door, I did. So it appears that when the door was hit, the door came off the hinges.
Correct.
So what the Advanced Door people did, they put the door back on the hinges, right? We looked at the door the other day, and the door on the bottom is dented in.
Yes, it is.
So what Advanced Door has to do, and I'm not an expert on doors, but damn it, I can read. What Advanced Door has to do, Advanced Door literally has to replace the door and buy new rollers. So therefore, both garage doors are on the same hinge. So therefore, when you use a remote, they both operate. Brown on Cleveland. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Basically, what happened, let me just be honest. You got caught. You got caught. There's a saying that says, if it don't fit, you must quit. Ha! But this one don't apply because you ain't OJ, okay? You got caught. And there was no police report. There was no insurance claim. And that was emphatically wrong. As the safety director for the city, you were obligated to have a police report filed, as well as report it to the insurance carrier, and you did not. Brown on Cleveland. And I said this in one of my opinion pieces in Newsbreak. I believe that Maple Heights, the city of Maple Heights, first of all, the residents should be upset. Any resident who walk around and say, well, it's being paid for, you're a damn fool. You're a damn fool. At the end of the day, I wouldn't care if it was a penny. Council is responsible for making sure the residents of the city of Maple Heights are taken care of. And it's part of your job to make sure that the finances are not being abused. Brown on Cleveland. I'm sick of this.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that everything is being said, Ms. Atkins. We had a meeting on a public hearing to tell the public about the 2 meetings we had and the results of that. And I felt like she insulted the residents because she's saying to them that the door was paid for, and she wanted to thank the residents for loaning the 23,000 residents in Maple Heights, for loaning her and her insurance company 4 cents, because that's what that equates to, until her insurance company can pay it. because our finance director is working for 2 cities. And it's like, that has nothing to do with anything. What are
Well,
you talking about?
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I wouldn't care if it was half of a cent. The bottom line is this: you owe Maple Heights, and if the city of Maple Heights was on their job, the city of Maple Heights would sue her insurance company for their 4 cents. Because can you imagine if every single year or every single month or every single day, if somebody cheated you out of 4 cents?
Absolutely.
Do you know what that would accumulate to? That is too much money. So no, nobody loans you anything. You owe that money.
So the insurance company paid
Ronald
it, but
Cleveland.
here's the other issue. When something is damaged, you want to be made whole.
Yeah.
It's still dented,
hmm
and it's scraped.
Got that black marks
it's,
all on it.
So it's not repaired. So
Mm-mm.
that $915.32 did not complete the repairs to the door.
Avast Door is charging another $11,000.
Well, here's what they're saying.
I don't care what they're saying. I got
hear
the
you.
receipts.
Yes, they are, because they want to replace both doors.
I got the invoice.
Which our safety director, well, or as mayor in that capacity, said
Mm-mm.
she was going to replace them anyway. But my question is, you
Nope.
weren't going to do it right now. So
Nope.
it doesn't mean
Nope.
that we were placing them right now.
No.
So that shouldn't be happening.
No, first of all, here's the problem I have with you guys. You guys are trying to allow, Mayor Blackwell to do a song and dance.
Not at
Okay?
all.
No, this ain't the Little Rascal, sweetheart. Not at all. You don't get to do that. At the end of the day, your friend crashed into the garage. At the end of the day, you told everybody that Trevin Akins did it. And here's the other thing I don't understand. Here's the thing my mother always told me: damn, if we're going to commit a crime, don't commit the crime with anybody, because they're going to tell on you. I wish my friend would throw me under the bus. See what happens. It's amazing to me. She don't support her. She don't verbally, come out and endorse her. But you out here shaking your pom-poms for her. You hit the garage, and I must say this on Akins' behalf. I do not believe that she did not want to call the police. I just don't believe that. Most people, when they hit something, who have common sense, they're going to say this: I'm going to, call the police. It's just the right thing to do. Unless, now y'all, I don't know if this was said, so don't try to hold me accountable. Unless it was said, well, I'm the mayor and I'll take care of this. No, I'm not saying she said it, but something is just not right.
So let me expand on
Yeah,
that.
go ahead, Brown on Cleveland.
So in one of our meetings, the mayor indicated
Okay.
that Ms. Atkins wanted to write a check. So you may be correct in that.
Oh,
What she said was she wanted to find out if her deductible was more or less than the repairs.
oh,
But then she told her, don't write not to write the check. That should not have been. That should not have been. The other thing is, you said you didn't think it was that damaged. How did you get your car out? And we wanted her to come to the second meeting. She said she had nothing else to add.
I am
How
going
did you
to
get your car
I
out
got to
of the
stop
garage?
you. I got to stop you, Councilwoman. I got to stop you, Councilwoman. Council members, you guys have the power to bring directors. She's a safety director, not the mayor. She's a safety director and a service director into a hearing. And when they don't show up for a hearing, they are supposed to be held in contempt. That is as per your city charter. Now, what does in contempt mean when it comes to city council? Kimberly Brown, I have no idea. That's something you guys have to discuss between you and the law director, and maybe have to set legal precedents, because he probably don't know. I don't know if he knows or not. I don't know if you sent something to him or not, but it says they are to be held in contempt. The safety director and the service director cannot tell you that they are not coming to a hearing. Brown on Cleveland. It is part of your city charter.
Understood. And we are continuing to work on this issue. So the residents are aware. We are continuing to work on this issue. And the residents at last night's meeting was very pleased to hear that we're continuing to watch their money.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Here's a problem I have with elected officials. Most of these elected officials, they don't understand how to use their council power. Most of these people who sit as mayors, they think because they're the mayor of the city, they can do what they damn well please. And that's not so. There's something called hell, or jail, jail or hell. Whatever comes first, I really don't care. The cities, they do not belong to elected officials. They belong to the people. You have been hired by the people to do a job. And when they don't do the job, people, we gotta get rid of them. As I always say this, when they don't know, they gotta go. And we need to show them the dough. So, what are you guys doing? The garage was hitting Maple Heights, and I hear people out there supporting this nonsense. I tell y'all what, let's do this. Let somebody crash into your garage. Let somebody crash into your house. And the same ones who are out here supporting this nonsense, I want to hear you say, don't worry about my garage. Don't worry about my steps. Don't worry about my car. When you do that, I'll believe you when you shake your pom-poms. You better stop shaking your pom-poms for a damn title. That means nothing. They're here today, gone tomorrow. Jail or hell, hell or jail, whatever comes first. Your garage. But the other thing I want to talk about real quick, Councilwoman, I want to talk about the possibility of conflict of interest. Now, we know that Ms. Atkins, mind my business, I'm damn sure gonna mind yours. The difference is this. You tell a lie on me, I'm gonna tell the truth on you, Brown on Cleveland. She's the city finance director for the city of Richmond Heights. This may be a conflict of interest if she were to win for councilperson, although she ain't gonna win, because she got dragged in the primary, and she damn sure gonna get dragged in the general. Don't nobody want you. Point blank, period. They don't, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be at the polls shaking my pom-poms for my candidate, Edwina AG. Just like you got mopped in the primary, you're damn sure gonna get mopped in the general, Brown on Cleveland. And let me tell you what I was out there doing today, because I was so fired up. I thank Ms. Akins for putting gas in my spirit today, because I went out there and walked 7 a day. Sure did. Put them papers in doors, knocked on doors, sure did. See, so when you bother Kim Brown don't stay in the house. Kim Brown go out there and campaign harder. Y'all don't know how to deal with me. Wrong person, I ain't the one you want to play with. But back to this. Let's say if she was to win, although that ain't ever going to happen. That's her damn pipe dream. Ain't going to happen, ain't going to happen, ain't never going to happen. It says, serving as a city finance director while also being a council person for a neighboring city likely presents a conflict of interest due to potential financial impacts on the individual and a breach of public trust. Under Ohio's ethics law, a conflict of interest occurs when a public official makes a decision or takes action that directly and definitely affects their personal financial interests or of their business associates, which would be Richmond Heights. This scenario creates an opportunity for the individual to use their positions to benefit themselves or one city over another, which is prohibited. You can't do it. Let's say, for example, there's a competing grant, right? And Maple Heights has applied in Richmond Heights. She's a council person for the city of Maple Heights, but she's the finance director for Richmond Heights. What's she gonna do, boo-boo? She got all of Maple Heights' personal information. How do we know you're not sharing it with Mayor Kim Thomas and her team? If it came down to it, who do you think she would support? Would it be Maple Heights or Mayor Kim Thomas in Richmond Heights? Because she would want to keep her job with Richmond Heights, well, 9 times out of 10, she'll probably make that decision. I'm not saying she would, but I'm just saying. Potential conflicts, direct financial impact. The finance director's decisions might directly or indirectly influence the financial standing of the neighboring city where they serve as councilperson. Bias and influence. The dual roles can lead to biased decisions where the individual prioritizes the financial interests of one city or even their own financial interests over the public good. There's some ethical concerns. Public officials are expected to avoid situations where their personal interests could compromise their official duties and judgment. Violation of Ohio ethic law. The Ohio ethic law prohibits officials from taking official actions that directly affect their own financial interests. Y'all need to have y'all city law director look at this, although she ain't gonna win. Steps to address the conflict: disclosure. The individual should disclose the potential conflict of interest to both cities, ethics commissions, or legal counsel. Has she, when she's campaigning, does she tell people in the city of Maple Heights that, hey, I'm the finance director of Richmond Heights, and if I'm elected council person, I am going to have multiple conflicts? I doubt very seriously, because she probably don't know. Dummy. Brown on Cleveland. I'm just saying, don't care. Councilwoman, it's almost time for us to wrap this up. I do a lot of talking, I know, but whoo, you allow me, I'll tell the truth on you. Mind my business, I'm damn sure gonna mind your business. Talk about me in private, I'm damn sure gonna talk about you in public. Wasn't bothering you, don't know you, never seen you but twice. You dead wrong going down to the court trying to get a TPO on a person who don't even know your dumbass. Brown on Cleveland.
All right. Well, we just want Maple residents to know that we're working for them, and we're going to continue working for them. It's not a closed case until we know what's going on. We are going at doing an independent audit within council, and once we see what's going on there, we'll decide whether we need to have an outside audit done or not, so that we can see, because the mayor said she didn't make a good decision. So since she didn't make a good decision, we have to make these decisions to see what other decisions did you make that weren't good decisions.
Well, the good thing about it is she did say she did not make a good decision. My question would be, how many other decisions have you made that were not good decisions?
Absolutely.
So I would really advise, council to hold not just an independent audit regarding finances for the past 8 years. And the reason why I said is because she appeared to be too comfortable with trying to pass this expenditure on for approval. And people who make a mistake, what she could have done on her defense, Blackwell, she was thinking she should have brought this to council. She said, hey, this is what happened. I didn't do the right thing. And she should have done that back in June, not in August, when you guys started asking questions about it. And that, to me, don't sit well with me. The other thing is this: I would ask for an independent investigator, a law firm, to come in and look at this situation. I would have an independent lawyer, law firm, come in and look at the piece of city charter where it talks about council holding hearings, and when directors don't show up, you can hold them in contempt. Because I'll say this, on a federal level, it would be very odd for a director of Trump's team not to come in front of Congress, because I guarantee you, Congress would not tolerate this, and you are no different than Congress. It's just another phase of government. Brown on Cleveland. Work your power, councilwoman. Work your power. Work your power. You mind my business, I'm going to mind your business. You talk about me in private, I'm going to talk about you in public. You went downtown, you told lies on me. Lady, I don't even know you. You don't know me. You watch this podcast. You want to be me. You want to walk like me. You want to talk like me. You want to be as pretty as me. And that will never happen. You can't be me. But to sit up here and go to court and tell this lie, you should be ashamed of yourself. All you doing, sweetie, is trying to run for council. You ain't going to get that seat. I don't mind people campaigning for office, but what you did is egregious. You tried to you dragged me across social media. You and Larry Lane. I didn't say nothing. When it was my turn on the podcast, you got nerves to get mad. You guys have been in my business. You don't even know me. So I know the stuff that you heard about me, you heard about it from probably Blackwell. That's why it's jail or hell or jail. I don't care what it is. You know my reputation, so you think, but you don't know my character. I know your character, and I know your reputation. My name is Kimberly F. Brown, Brown on Cleveland, the Little Hut Podcast. Let's wrap this thing up. Say your goodbyes, Councilwoman.
Thank you all for listening. I'm glad to be here, and stay tuned for council taking care of their business, watching your money.
There you go. Brown, brown, brown. That damn brown on Cleveland. You know, hey, I'm going to say it again. Like I say each and every podcast. Listen, I just mind my business inside the hut. Don't bother nobody. I'm a campaign manager. I got 5 candidates under my tutelage right now, and all 5 are coming home with a win. I am a hell of a campaign manager. I have never in my life have seen candidates attack a campaign manager. There's a first for everything. So I must be one bad mama jammer. Again, so thank you for tuning in to the Little Hut Podcast. Always remember that you don't have to be a star, baby. You don't have to be a star, baby. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be on this show. You don't have to be a star, baby, but you got to be. Councilwoman was supposed to say bold. Lord, I tell you, she about to get fired from the Little Hut. Shake your pom-poms. Shake your pom-poms, Councilwoman. Shake your pom-poms, damn it. Shake your pom-poms. Yeah, and thank you. Yeah. Talk about me, Mr. Marbury. I'm damn sure gonna talk about them. Mind my business, I'm gonna mind your business. You allow me, Kim, yourself, we gonna tell the truth about you. Brown, brown, brown. Yeah, y'all know me. That damn brown on Cleveland. Shake your pom-poms. Woo!